Lauren really works hard at her craft. I know sometimes I'll like wake up around like 2, 3 a.m. just to log on to maybe play a game or two, and sure enough I'll see Grad Parrot 9 in queue.
I am Lauren Gallardo. My Battle.net is Grad Parrot 9, which is a shortened version of Gradient Parrot 9. I started playing Overwatch in 2016 on console, but then I joined esports here freshman year, and I've been playing ever since. I was on the JV team, and then sophomore year I was on varsity, and I'm on varsity now as well. I played with Sean freshman year, sophomore year, and now. And then there's Johnny. We were on varsity together, and we started playing a lot more, and he's an easy person to talk to. Grant, of course. Vincent, who joined this year, also really easy to talk to. Johnny, who joined this year. Chris. Ryan, who joined this year, my fellow support. Love him. Oh, and Nav, who is the manager. And Preston, the coach.
She kind of makes the team like more of like a family vibe rather than like, oh, just teammates. You practice and then you don't talk to them outside of scrims.
This is my spot. This is where we always play scrims or matches. We'll sit in this front row. This is where I sit. We scrim for 2 hours, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we'll have a match on Friday and a match on Saturday. There was no guarantee that I was gonna try out. I was really nervous. Everyone I know was telling me, just try out. Even my parents. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. And I got on, and I was so happy. My parents were actually telling me to try out for the esports team. They're very supportive of my gaming. My dad actually is like, he built my PC. Like, he was a gamer as well. I watched him play the first Red Dead Redemption on console, and then I played the second one. The fact that we both played the game, I don't know, me and my dad can kind of bond over video games, and it's really nice. I saw a Markiplier video of Overwatch, him playing Overwatch. I think he was playing Pharah on Route 66, and I was like, wow, this game looks fun. So I bought it for Xbox, and then it was just like 16 hours a day, just playing Overwatch all the time. So I started as a Tracer main on console, and I think I was in gold. And then I started playing support, because that was before role lock, and so everyone just had to fill. So I would just fill, and people would usually choose DPS or something, so I would usually be forced into a support position. I was playing with this 6-stack, and I always played support for them, and then I started climbing a little bit, and then, oh gosh, okay, it's a little bit embarrassing, but I started playing Mercy, and they were like, wow, you're a really good Mercy, and I was like, oh, I am? So I started playing on my own, and I climbed to the point where I couldn't play with them anymore. I think I reached 4318, like rank 99, but I was young, and especially since I only played one hero, I get it, but people in chat weren't always the nicest. And then at that point, I was like, I don't know if I can deal with this by myself all the time, so I made a Smurf, and then I just played tank and DPS with my friends. But I still knew that I liked Overwatch competitively, so when I got my PC, I was like, oh, maybe I can join the esports team. I was like really looking forward to being on a team with people. I never did sports, so I don't know, it was just like a new environment that I really wanted to be a part of, and I love the team. I love it a lot.
She's our designated ult tracker for the most part, so she's able to give the information that for the next team fight, like what ults they have, what they probably are going to try using, and then Johnny, the main tank, can kind of plan around that and see what we want to use and how we can like counteract what they want to do.
They're gonna have Sigil.
That really makes my job a lot less, hard. Just because then I could realize, oh hey, okay, that means we're gonna do this, this, and this.
It definitely took me a while to get used to it because I was afraid to be wrong, and you don't want to like let down your team.
All right, they use Nano Reaper. They have bongos and window.
Ult tracking is probably one of the hardest things to do on our team, and she does it very well. One thing that's kind of small, but like it's pretty massive in the long run is so sometimes during scrims or in matches we'll get absolutely rolled. There's just like a deafening silence that'll just happen over comms for a good like 4, 5, 6 seconds. But sure enough, the first voice to always pop up is Lauren, and she'll say like, "Guys, don't worry, winnable," or like something silly. And just small things like that can have such a long-term benefit for the team, which is really nice.
It's really good for like everyone's mental to have someone like that who can kind of help us reset in between rounds and kind of give us like a boost in making sure we play and focus on what comes next.
Like when everyone's tilted, you can't be tilted as well, otherwise everyone's just gonna feed off each other. And I'm not saying I never get tilted. There's definitely times when I just get silent and I know it's bad, but it's hard sometimes in Overwatch. Because I love it, but I hate it. I am studying civil engineering. In high school, senior year, I took AP Environmental Science. And I knew I cared about the environment, but taking that class, I was like, wow, we are screwed. So I was like, okay, well, I want to at least try to do something about it. Whatever it is, whether if it's like green infrastructure or clean energy or water resources, because California's having a drought. These are my gaming gloves. I think I first started wearing them because we went to USC Conquest and I knew it was gonna be cold.
Bro, I'm shaking. It's so cold.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
And so I just dug in my drawer and I found these randomly, and I've been using them ever since. It gets freezing in here. I brought like a beanie, I brought these, and I brought a blanket just so I could play and not be shaking. I would say most of my favorite memories are when we're in person, and like when we have a match and we're playing from the room and you can see how happy everyone is when we win. It's just, those are my favorite memories. It's definitely one of my favorite parts about being on the team is we all get along, we all love each other. It's amazing. This chair and this PC is like my buddy. I have to use it. I mean, if someone else is sitting here, then I'll, whatever, it's fine. But I don't know. I feel like I'd be betraying this PC if I sat somewhere else. Like, we're just buddies,